Now, if you'll excuse us.
All right, guys, let's address the big question. Can an older foreigner guy keep up with a young Filipina in the bedroom?
You're going to go there? You're going to make me answer that to our subscribers?
Of course, you're the one who married a young Filipino wife, so you should answer it on camera.
This one's going to be interesting.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Flying Me to the Philippines, together with my husband, Rob.
Today, it's all about stamina. Or maybe coffee.
And we're gonna be a little bit spicy and hot today.
You're talking about the bedroom again, Chrissy.
It's a very important thing to talk about, especially to those older men that are aspiring to come here in the Philippines and marry a young Filipina.
Well, we do have a 37-year age gap, and I am 68 and you are 31. You'll be 32 next month.
I'm getting old as well. That's why it is very important to talk about bedroom stuff and to show them what's the difference and the similarity. And, you know, it's everything.
Today, Chrissy, we're talking about realities of age gap intimacy. The myths, the realities, and some performance tips to make sure you don't embarrass yourself in the bedroom. You don't want your performance meter reading this way.
Rob, a lot of people assume that if the guy is older than the Filipina, it will be boring and one-sided in the bedroom.
Who would say such a thing?
Let's find out if it's true.
Oh my God. Older men have a superpower. Our experience leads us to take our time. We know that intimacy is not just physical. There's a mental component. Older men are better lovers because they're not just focused on a race to the finish line. They're focused on a woman's emotional needs.
So I would say it's not just how fast you can run, but how long you can last.
You know, we've gotten a little bit of experience along the way. We're not just mature, we're knowledgeable, and we can put that knowledge to use. You know, knowledge is information you can act on. And what better place to act on it than the bedroom?
So you're saying that experience matters?
Well, not just size, experience matters.
I know, and you know, I always say that what I really like about older men is their experiences that they share with us. And that's just like experiences about life, living the Philippines or living other countries, but also experience in bed.
Well, you know, we do see lots of age gap couples here in the Philippines. And sometimes, you know, I think to myself, gee, I wonder what their connection is. Maybe it's just the wallet. What do you ever have those thoughts when you see people?
Well, people can't avoid thinking like that because of the age gap relationship. But as I socialize with other Filipinas also that are currently in an age gap relationship, it didn't go to my mind to ask that questions because I think myself can answer it. Rob, we Filipinas are saying that we are more attractive to older men.
Not just their money?
Not just because of stability and the maturity, but because we believe that you are more romantic. Now the question is, does it translate to the bedroom?
Oh, of course it does. Definitely. Older men take their time. That's an amazing translation.
What do you mean take your time?
Well, it's not just about speed and total bursts of energy. It's about maturity, understanding an emotional connection, the intimacy. That's our superpower. We take our time.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for giving that clearance, because when I heard you're going to take your time or you're taking your time, I thought you're going to say, wait, I need a break.
Oh, no, coffee break.
And also, based on my experience, older men communicates better. And also that affects our communication in verbal and also in action, especially in bed.
That's right, men. So take a note. Don't lead with your money. If you want to have an amorous, successful relationship, your superpower is pay attention. Pay attention to your Filipina's emotional responses. Be knowledgeable. Be attentive.
And we like it when we feel very, very connected. And that is why I'm saying communication doesn't only work when you are in argument, but also when you are in your loving
there's another
baby
type of
time.
Oh, okay. There you go. You heard it from the Filipina.
Okay, now, let's be real, Rob.
I thought I was being real.
Admit it. You have to take more breaks. More than me.
Wait a minute. I'm not trying to win any Olympic foot race here. Let me tell you a secret. Well, you know this. It's not about brute force and speed. It's about raw stamina.
Oh, can you please elaborate what
Well, you have to have endurance. You have to have endurance. It's not about first and forceful. It's about stamina.
Yeah, well, based on my experience, I don't think you have a struggle in that.
Strategy, baby. Knowing when to slow it down and pace yourself. That is very important. You got to use the resources you have and how to read your partner.
And I think how to find out when to take a power nap. I'm so sorry, guys, but I need to cut this and let's go to the bedroom.
What? Wait, do we need to talk?
I need to talk to you in the office.
Chrissy, I take this supplement called N, like Nancy, M, Mary, N, Nancy, which is for anti-aging. This is my superpower.
Really?
Yes, I do. What do you think, guys?
Oh my God, I thought the whole time it's all natural.
No blue pills for me. It's a natural supplement.
You don't need it, actually.
Oh, yeah. For emergencies only.
What do you mean for emergency?
Just in case, equipment failure,
Well, we don't have that kind of problem yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, but we're in 37 years age gap.
37.
Like, you know how.
Yeah.
But, Filipino will love
Like a
you.
Band-Aid, good to have on hand. You never know.
Your Filipino loves you for who you are.
That's the super sauce. Yeah, the secret sauce.
Okay, now let's hear a lot from Rob because this advice would be very essential to them and it should come from you. What will be your advice to these older men who are dating or wanted to date young Filipinas? Your advice how to keep up with younger ones?
Well, Chrissy, I mentioned earlier, I follow Dr. David Sullivan at Harvard Anti-Aging Institute, and I take this supplement he's trying to prescribe and get certified as a prescription called NMN, and I take that as just an anti-aging supplement. And I stopped drinking alcohol about 3-4 years ago, and normally I'm not quite as chubby, and normally I'm on a keto diet, and I avoid vegetable oils, all carbohydrates, and sugar. But here's my advice. Cut down on the beer and cigarettes, guys.
I'm a little bit confused because there are a lot of people that saying that when you have a little bit of drink, the sex after that is better.
Sometimes you have too much drink and the equipment doesn't operate.
There's a funny thing that I'm going to share with you guys.
Go ahead.
We went to Siquijor for our honeymoon after the wedding and guess what happened? Guess what happened? We have champagne in the room and me as a not drinker, we drank that night and nothing happened because I felt sick after drinking.
You were a little tipsy.
So it's really
the first alcohol I'd had in like several years.
Yeah.
It was a deviation for the honeymoon only, but no extracurricular activity came about. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't recall.
Oh my God, you didn't recall? I was just asleep and until the next morning I was still feeling sick.
Are you sure nothing happened?
Maybe you did something to me when I was sleeping.
Maybe you might have been out of it.
But it was so funny. It's supposed to be our first night in a very romantic place, but nothing happened in the first night.
Great 3 days.
So I would not recommend alcohol.
Skip the alcohol. Yeah.
I mean, maybe too much alcohol before doing it.
The Filipinos don't need to be warmed up. They're already warm.
Always warm.
Always warm, ready to go. I would also say, Chrissy, you've got experience, you've got knowledge. Use your experience. Focus on what she enjoys. Focus on her pleasure.
So you mean you have to ask her what you want?
No, you don't need to ask. You can figure it out. Well, you could. Maybe it's not a bad idea to ask.
Oh.
Yeah, but you kind of know what women like. You've got experience, and you'll find some other things out later.
So in the bedroom, you should also lead.
Well, I think, some people lead and some people are followers. Me, I've always said I'm a terrible passenger. I'm a better pilot. But I could be a co-pilot, and co-piloting is the best, I think, especially in the bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a good pilot, too.
Yeah. And Chrissy, don't be afraid of intimacy beyond the physicality, the emotional connection, the massages.
I like when you
The
do massage.
tender, the hand holding, even in public where it's not so big here in the Philippines. There are ways to keep your connection fresh and alive, and it doesn't always involve a physical closed door environment. You have to keep that connection going with little small emotional connections. Yeah.
Maybe it will also include afraid of showing showing yourself, because you are like having this self-inferiority and thinking that you are old and you have insecurities about yourself.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of talk in our niche about men who come here and put women on pedestals and see themselves as, so lucky to meet a woman. That's the wrong way to think. You have to see yourself as the prize, and you have to have confidence. And when you bring that confidence into a relationship, now you've got the potential for ignition, and you can experience the most gratifying intimate relationship when you see yourself as worthy and you love yourself. You got to love yourself to be fully loved by another person. And then, don't go and have a heart attack and get taken out on a stretcher. Rest when needed, but don't quit. Pace yourself, but know your capabilities, know your levels of physical prowess, and don't try and, burn yourself out like a rocket and have no stamina or hurt yourself. So don't hurt yourself is my advice.
You mean like because of your intention to keep up and maybe pretend that you can do it even though you are like feeling sick or something?
That's right. We don't have to take timeouts in between. But what would you think if a man said, "Hey, I'm going to kill myself. I need to take a timeout for 10 minutes." What would you think?
Yeah, maybe. I think, that's what I always say. Communication. You have to talk if you don't feel that night. And then, you can tell her. And I think we do that all the time. Like if you're tired or I'm tired, even me, I feel tired sometimes and I feel like, okay, let's take a break.
Take a break.
Let's take a break sometimes.
Take a break, but come back, but finish. Yes.
Yeah, do not quit. It's a general rule.
Yeah, as a general rule, quitting's never a good thing. But pace yourself.
So I have a lot of stories, guys. I'm going to tell you another one funny moments that we had. We went to Makati one time.
Our first time.
Yeah, our first time together.
As an age gap couple, we went to the mall the very first time.
Yeah, the very first time. And we went to the mall for cell phone shopping.
That's right.
And then the guy told me that, hey girl, you're so lucky. All your debt now will be paid up.
He also told you to buy the most expensive phone because I would be paying for it. Yeah, I was about to correct him, but then you stuck your head in and went, shh, don't correct him. We get senior discounts.
Reality, baby, reality.
Yeah, the reality. So what is the reality, Chrissy? The reality is I've been in relationships before. I always was married or dated women who were older than me. Once I dated a woman 2 years younger than me. So before I met you, everybody I ever dated was pretty much my own age. And we had a good physical relationship. We had a good emotional relationship. I feel like it's the same, but better. It's a better physical relationship. It's a better emotional relationship. I don't feel the 37-year age gap.
I don't feel the age gap as well. I just felt like I'm just dating the same age as I am. And then also I felt like more mature when I'm with you,
Well, and I feel a little less mature when I'm with you.
or everything in between.
Our life is, a combination of my pace and your pace. You are constantly climbing in the office chair, and I'm like begging you not to knock us over and kill me. We have a 6-year-old in the house who's very playful and running around, and I have that going on. But you're very amorous and playful, and you are always holding hands or sitting on my lap on the couch when we're watching TV, and I'm holding up my hot coffee going, you need, hot, and trying not to get burned because you're attacking me while I'm drinking hot coffee.
Yeah, you're irresistible,
Oh. And do I attack you?
Yeah.
Not as much.
Not as much, but I am very very attached and clingy,
Yes. But I come and give you massages, and I always use the power of touch. And what's really interesting is when we have a miscommunication. I've learned that Filipinas are really, really high-strung and emotional, and rather than use too many words, sometimes just a touch is the easiest way to get right back in the center of the lane and out of the gutter.
You know, by you saying that, I remember when we first do our first video in our YouTube vlog, I mentioned there that when you are together, it is very important that even you don't talk much, you touch each other. I mean, you know, like for example, when you're busy with your consulting, you can't talk to me, but sometimes I'll just, you know, touch you,
That's right. You come say hello because you're so curious.
I tap your back and just to make you feel like I'm still here. I'm here. I'm connected to you. Don't forget about me.
And we spend most of our time together. We work together, but now that we have the property in the mountains and we have a truck, we just don't like to be apart. And we like to be in our bedroom too.
I know. You know, it's like our bedroom is our restroom. Actually, it's not a rest because secret.
That's right. You got to make hay while the sun shines.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is age is just really a number?
You know, I think it's just a number. I think, as I mentioned, it's about compatibility, respect for each other, and, you know, kind of being connected. And if you have that, really, who cares about what age? That's how we live our lives. We don't really get a lot of stink eye here in the Philippines. Our family members back west, they've had 2 years to get it under their skin and understand that we're living our best life. Your family accepts us totally, and we are just like on an extended honeymoon here in the Philippines, and that's why we're always trying to encourage you guys to come and join us.
We've spilled all of our secrets. Now it's your turn.
What do you think, guys? Do you think a 68-year-old can keep up with a 32-year-old? And what's your secret for stamina? And what are you doing to keep fit?
Comment down below what's your secret.
And don't forget to subscribe. And hey, our book is a bestseller trending on Amazon. There's a link in the comments and the description box, or you could just search Fly Me to the Philippines ebook. It'll come right up on Amazon. And if you're interested in a consultation, just go ahead and hit the consulting calendar link in the description and the comment box. And Chrissy, there's 10 free appointments per week. Go ahead and grab one to see if a consultation program before you've traveled to the Philippines is right for you.
What are you waiting for? You can send us an email at flymetothephilippines@gmail.com, and you can talk to Rob and I if you have some questions or you want to get Filipinas perspective.
Now, if you'll excuse us. Hey. Till next time from Fly Me to the Philippines.
See you in our next sexy video.